With our bombs in tow, we can now get out of here. Let's get out of here and hope that the sunlight doesn't appear. We have to book it. Like mad. Alright, come on, King. We have to get out of here. We need to get to Outset Island immediately. Well done! Operations are complete. If what that girl says is true, the pirates won't be leaving until morning. We must meet Jabun and get the pearl from him before they arrive. Let us delay no longer, my boy. Alright, we're out of here. Let's go. Swift sail! Huzzah! Yes, we're going to go in a little bit of overtime. But this is the last thing we're going to be doing for tonight's session. Is we're going to go meet up with Jabun. Now, I'll say this right now. Like I said earlier, the bombs we collected from the ship is probably a consequence of the rushed development time. Where I would imagine there was a dungeon at some point that was going to be on Greyfish Isle that you would have had to use bombs to use them on the boss to defeat it in order to get Jabun's pearl. But for some reason entirely the dungeon was cut. Now I'm not completely sure if that dungeon was reused in Twilight Princess, at least the concept of it was used in Twilight Princess, but it is pretty safe an assertion that it has. But it's really a shame too there's not very many dungeons in this game. You know, if it was up to me, you know, if they could remake not technically remaster, they already did it with this game already with HD version, but I would have said there would have been, you know, maybe have like another tower or something that appears out of the water, just, you know, or something of that sort that would have, or at least some type of dungeon, like just something that just appears out of the water somewhere where all the pieces of the Triforce would have been in, you know, as it says, because we're going to have to go after the Triforce pieces at some point. It is going to happen. It is a required side quest that we have to do. But alas, we were put those bombs to good use. Put our bombs on here. We have 30 bombs here. 30 bombs are very useful. We can use them for basically to destroy anything we want now with our boat. We can defend ourselves on our boat, really, to be honest. That shark that's following us, that's a Georg. Yeah, the same thing that's in Majora's Mask, as well as the Minish Cap, for the record. So, we want to stop here real quick first, take out these guys here, because these guys are going to be annoying. Ow. Come on. Okay, come on. The slowdown is intense here. We want to break this. This is something that's actually required of us to do. And since we're passing by this island, we might as well explore this island. This island is required. As you know, the Triforce Quest is something that we're going to have to hit through at some point. But we're not told to do it just now. But you can. The game does not want us. The game will not stop you to collect the pieces of the Triforce at any point in time, or charts for that matter. There are 4 charts we're going to have to collect, which will have to be translated at some point. But the game does not stop you from basically getting these early. I always get this one early, right when it is, because you go past it like really early on in the game. So there's no point. There's no problem if you going in here and grabbing this. This is our Triforce chart. I believe it is. Da-da, you got a Triforce chart. You can't read yourself. You have to get someone deciphered somewhere. Now I believe, yes, you can. I think that Tingle told us earlier when we freed him that he knows something about charts. He knows something about charts. So we might have to go talk to him to get it deciphered, maybe. But you can grab the Triforce pieces at any time. There is a Triforce piece off to the right of this island here. That if by doing so, you can actually get one piece of the Triforce already from the start. So, and depending on there is actually different dialogue depending on if you grab a Triforce piece early or not from the King of Red Lions. So it's actually quite ingenious. Well, the dialogue will show up when we, collect all the pieces of the Triforce, or when the Triforce Quest actually officially starts. But you can collect the Triforce pieces at any time, anywhere. So you're not limited to where you need to go. Like after this point, after this point in the game, after you get Jabun's pearl, basically the entire ocean will be opened up to us. We can go whatever and wherever we want. So yeah, it's taking off the training wheels for us for our sailing. Now we can go wherever we want. It's pretty nice, I think, in that regard. But we got a few things to deal with this place here. We can go back to Outside Island, but man, this night has gone longer than anticipated. I'll say that much. Maybe this is a cause for concern. And this tunic is soaking wet. Have you not noticed, my boy? Mooring has not broken since we arrived at Greyfish Isle, the land that was so ravaged by monsters. It is as if time itself is frozen. Perhaps this is the curse that Valu spoke of. Whatever the reason, if this night does not end, then we not worry about the pirates overtaking us. In fact, it might not be a bad idea for you to visit your hometown and family again after such a long time away. You can speak with Jabun after you do. There we go. Oh, yeah, that's right. We didn't talk to Grandma. Grandma! Grandma! I'm coming for you. Huh? Mailbox. Good evening. Letters we have, my boy. We have 2 letters. There's your letter. First letter. Yeah. Notice from Beetle's shop ship. It is time for our semi-annual Big Chat Extravaganza. We have a new product that's been burst onto the scene. Bombs! We have been having an extra special sale on the choice item for a limited time only. So you need to find us by checking out the enclosed Beetle shop ship chart. Visit a Beetle shop nearby you today. Offer not available in all regions. Don't miss this huge opportunity. Beetle. We also get Beetle's chart now. By opening this up, we can now find exactly where Beetle is going to be at all times. That's pretty nice. Not going to lie. Here's your letter. If you wish to be a true swordsman, find some knight's crest and return to me, Orca. And you get 20 rupees from Orca. Nice. Unfortunately, our wallet is full. But that will change pretty soon here. But let's go talk to Grandma. Grandma, I'm home. Grandma, Grandma, Grandma. My boy, Ariel, don't go. Don't leave. Don't leave your poor old grandma all alone. Now, you can use a fairy or a potion, I believe, from this. But usually the fairies are much more consistent. You can use this right in front of her, and it's really sad when it doesn't work. It's really sad, to be honest. The fairy does heal her, though, which is nice. Oh, my boy! Is that you, my boy? Yes, Grandma, I'm here. Grandma's always nice to see your bright, shiny face. My boy, my dear, sweet, my boy. You're safe? That's wonderful. Just wonderful. Did you do this? Did you heal me? Oh, you're such a sweet child. Oh, that's right. You and your sister Ariel are trying so hard to be strong, and I've just been sitting here moaning and worrying. I'm your grandmother. I'm the one that should be taking care of you. I'm so sorry, my boy. I haven't been considered what you must be going through. I'm a terrible grandma. No, you're not a terrible grandma. My boy, this is all I have to give you right now. You can keep it in your empty bottle. Ba-ba-da-da! You got the elixir soup. This healthy soup your grandmother makes you replenishes all of your life and energy and magic power. Your attack power also doubles until the first time you take damage. Now that is one hearty soup. And your kind old grandmother filled your bottle so full that there are 2 helpings inside. Isn't she the sweetest? This is a game breaker. You and your sister love this soup, don't you? If you run out, I can make it more for you anytime you like. Grandma's going to try to be strong, so you have to be strong too. Don't do anything reckless, alright? No worries. You gave me this soup. I have effectively destroyed any type of reasoning to spend money at the shops. Grandma will only give you 1 full bottle of this. You cannot grab multiples of the same stuff. But, given the expensiveness, it essentially is a blue potion. That not only that it's a blue potion that refills your life magic, but it doubles your attack power. Like, this thing is insane. I think I'm going to need this real quick here. But yeah, Grandma's soup is amazing. And there is an item that we can use in tandem with it. And if we get that item, which we won't be getting to until much later, until a certain point in the game. But once we do get it, it will protect you from. I think it's an item that will protect you from harm. And if you get hit, you won't lose health. So what that means is, if you have Grandma's Soup equipped or in tandem in use, you usually lose the effect after you take damage. I should say you don't take you don't lose heart damage. That's what it is. If you take heart damage, the potion effect wears off. But if you do not take heart damage, but you still take damage anyway, Grandma's Soup will not deteriorate. It will not remove the effect off of you. So effectively, you can almost be completely invincible with this particular combo setup, and I will show it off once we get there. But we can't get that right now. That little whirlpool, that is where we're going next. But we need a wallet upgrade. We're gonna go off this way to the west, into the forest that we started earlier for. But that whirlpool down there on the left, we're gonna go there. But not yet, though, folks. Not yet. We got one thing we have to do before we go to see Jabun. Now, coming into this place after the thing is out, Amophila is here for some reason. I don't know why Amophila is here, but that's probably the curse of the monsters of Ganon's going through. But we want to go and put some bombs on our hotbar, like so. Come up this way, jump up here. We can't slab there, but we can jump up here. If we break this rock, if it'll break, hope the bomb's close enough. Yes, it is. A hole opens up for us. And with it, our first Great Fairy upgrade. You want to get this. There's only two of them in the game, one from the north and one to the south. We're here, the one in the south. So the north one will be somewhere up there near the Forsaken Fortress. But if you grab this, Young Wake of the Winds, allow me to aid you in your quest. I do like the design of the Great Fairies, though, to be record. It's more of a, mythical, spiritual essence instead of a physical one, which is kind of cool, actually. But she enhances our wallet to be bigger! Now you can carry up to 1,000 rupees! The fairies in this fountain shall ease your weariness. Wherever you grow fatigued from your battles, come here to be refreshed. I wouldn't mind. Actually, you know what? I would be using up my blue potion for the record. We'll hold off on that. We'll get a fairy later. We can get fairies here at any time. We can come back here and grab a fairy any time. So, we're not going to be straying from fairies anytime soon at this point. But we also have moblins here too. I don't know why the moblins are here, but hey! I'll take your little rewards and I'm out of here. Don't need to fight you. Yeah, hurt yourself. I don't need to fight you. I grabbed your necklaces and now I'm running off. I'm being a real pirate and anything else for that record. Alright, let's make sure I equip the wings first before I fall into the ground. Oh, that pig that we gave that lady is certainly grown in size. I wonder what has happened to the other pigs. I digress, but I probably won't go into that. Maybe sometime later. We'll see. But, the mail is already here? Man, the mail worked fast. Good evening. We have one letter. Here's your letter. I'm sorry to serve you with this unsolicited letter. If it does not interest you in the slightest, please throw the letter away without a second thought. But this is your big chance! If you have a need of an empty bottle, piece of heart, or a treasure chart, we have them at special bargain prices. But we only have one of each. If you're interested, go to the shop ship that's near Rockspire Island. First come, first served. I can't wait to serve you. For those who took time to read this letter, please accept this humble thanks, Assistant Manager, Rockspire Shop Ship. Oh, thanks for the 1 rupee, Beetle. Thanks a lot. Yes, there is a special shop over Rockspire Isle. This isle will basically, if you first go into it, you will only have 7 in-game days to essentially buy all the items. Are you ready? If that's the case, then we must search for the cave around back to the outside where Jones had to hide. Yes, indeed. Put our bombs back up here. Yeah, but Beetle's shop on Rockspire Island has 3 items. Oh, you know, an empty bottle, piece of heart, and a treasure chest. If you do not go in there, the shop will stay there as long as you don't go into it. But if you do go into it, you will have at least 7 days before the shop will close up on itself. In which in turn, you will not be able to get those items at all, so bear that in mind. So now we have to break this rock wall here. This is the sort of situation where a big octa will do this as well to you. But if you get in this whirlpool, you only have a certain amount of time before you can actually hit those hit this rocks here to break it. You need to hit the top of the rock here as best you can. Come on, baby. Okay, it breaks. We have to break the other one too. You only have a certain amount of time. If you fail this, you will be sent around to another sport of the waters around the island. So you'll have to reset yourself. Just be quick about it, because every time you make a lap, you do get closer to the center of the whirlpool. And if you get to the center, it is potentially game over, and you have to restart the minigame itself. But that is not the case. Let's go meet Jabun. This cave must be deeper. Must be bigger underneath if Jabun is the fit in this place, because Jabun is a big fish. Some say that this is actually Lord Jabu Jabu from Ocarina of Time, and you know, you might get that from his look, really, to be honest. Well met, Hyrule King. Well me indeed, Jabun. I am pleased to see that you are safe. The events that we have long heard seem to have been set into motion. Yes, indeed, Ganon has returned. There is no other explanation. If you sought me out, then it must mean you have found the hero of time, does it not? Unfortunately, that is not so. Then what purpose have you come to see me? The one I have brought with me has no connection to the legendary one, and yet I sense some great promise of courage in this one possesses. Promise? You suggest that I leave the fate of Hyrule for mere chance? I do. It is the only way. I see. I suppose it's up to the gods to deem whether his courage is true. I give this as guideposts to the gods. Hyrule, you say? Are we not in Hyrule? This is the Great Sea, after all. What's this Hyrule you speak of? Oh well, doesn't matter. We got our 3rd pearl. You got Nero's pearl. The water spirit Jabun was kind enough to give you this jewel, a treasure of one of the goddesses. And this is a big hint that a dungeon was cut, because Jabun just gives you this on the fly. Bye-bye, Jabun. What are you guys talking about, King of Red Lions? The jewel should disperse the curse that Ganon has cast upon this land. So the foul rain and endless night were indeed elements of a curse brought to us by Ganon. He must intend to cast this land into a pure darkness for all time. Tell me, Hyrule King, have you learned the whereabouts of the one who carries on the bloodline of the princess, Zelda? I believe I have. That is well. You must protect Zelda. She cannot be permitted to fall into the hands of Ganon. I am counting on you. Zelda? Who's this Zelda? Well, I don't know what you guys are talking about. I can't understand what you guys are talking about. Ganon's curse has been broken by the power of the pearl that Jabun's gave us, so morning should come soon. All is well, we have gathered all the pearls. Are you ready, my boy? I have marked the place where you'll mark in sea charts or your sea chart. Once you have placed each of these pearls in the proper location, the proving grounds for your courage will become apparent. Clearly, the search of Jabun has shown that Ganon has been making efforts to block our path forward. It is certain that the perils ahead will be greater than you have any faced thus far. You should finish any business you have here on Outset right now, so you have no regrets later. But that is going to do it for tonight, folks. Unfortunately so. For the YouTube exit, folks, as we end tonight's session, next time, we will put the pearls into the places that the King of the Red Lions has told us to place them, and find out where this proving ground is, and then find out exactly what else is happening in the world, too. So see you guys then for there.